Guys, if you want to know how to behave, what to say, and what not to say to somebody who is fighting cancer, this video is for you. I'm a Bosnian journalist and I created this channel after I was diagnosed with triple negative invasive breast cancer to inspire and motivate my fellow fighters. And if you want to support my mission, you can subscribe to my channel. When I was first diagnosed, I was faced with many different reactions. Some were welcome, others made things harder for me. Unhelpful reaction number one: crying, shock, tragedy. While my husband and I were waiting at the hospital for blood test results, I told the woman I ran into, who knew I had gotten married just a few weeks earlier, and she started panicking, grabbing her head. Oh no, how is that possible? What? That's horrible. Such a tragedy. First of all, the diagnosis was already a shock for me, and I did not want to see it as a horror story or the end of the world. Her reaction did not help me at all. On the contrary, it clashed with optimism, positivity, and faith that I felt at that moment. Similarly, a friend messaged me saying she had heard catastrophic news. My husband was really angry. The last thing I wanted was to think of the diagnosis as a catastrophe. Unhelpful reaction number two: endless advices on food, supplements, lifestyle, and treatment. When someone is diagnosed with cancer, no matter how informed, educated, or health conscious they are, they still have many doubts about what to eat, what to drink, and how to behave. Believe me, unless you are a professional in medicine, nutrition, pharmacy, your advices about baking soda, putting castor oil on aggressive cancer will only confuse and frustrate the person more. Please, if at all possible, refrain. As a culture here in Bosnia, we tend to give unsolicited advice about everything and we often intrude into others' private lives. If someone tells you they're being treated for cancer, you are not invited to tell them what to do or how to behave. Unhelpful reaction number three: commenting on someone's appearance, body, hair, weight, skin. This is rude, guys, even when somebody is in perfect health. Now, imagine someone who is going through treatment. Maybe they have gained 10 kilos like I did due to hormone therapy. Maybe they lost their eyebrows, they lost their lashes. Believe me, they're very aware, very well aware of it. Your comments like, wow, you've gained or you lost weight, won't do any good. Unhelpful reaction number four: pity and over concern. My best friend came over, someone I can speak openly with, and I noticed she was walking on eggshells. Can you eat this chocolate? We were thinking of ordering pizza, but we were not sure if you are allowed. Treating somebody like they are made of glass only makes them feel unnatural. It makes them feel isolated or different. They already know what they can do or what they can't do with their body. So if you, without being informed, try to help with over concern, it will only cause harm and it will make them feel isolated. Unhelpful reaction number five: constantly asking, how are you and where are you in treatment? How much longer? When I decided to speak publicly about my breast cancer, I did it to motivate and inspire other women, not to become the face of cancer or to have cancer defining me. I understand people care, or at least it's socially acceptable for them to show concern, but honestly, it's exhausting to repeat to everyone where I am in treatment, how I feel, and what phase I am in. So, if you barely know somebody, but you know about their diagnosis, avoid probing into their health. When people ask me such things, I often respond with, I feel really bad because I just burned myself this morning while making breakfast. Or why do you ask? And how are you? The best approach is to talk with cancer patients about the things that were part of their identity before the diagnosis, not to reduce them to somebody who has or somebody who had cancer. Unhelpful reaction number 6, complete ignoring. Of course, there needs to be a balance between over questioning and ignoring, because completely ignoring the situation can also feel very unnatural. For example, if you are close to somebody who is going through cancer treatment and you used to go for walks together every morning, you can say, "Hey, I'm still up for walks. Let me know when you feel like it. I'm here. Would you like to join me, etc." Please do not forget, this is still the same person you knew before. Just help them maintain their everyday life as much as you can. Do not contribute to their feeling of isolation. Unhelpful reaction number 7, telling stories of other people's negative outcomes. Someone once told me, "Oh my God, I'm really scared and concerned that cancer will come back to you. That's what the statistics say." Another person, a family friend, told me, "Oh, you know what? The stats aren't really in your favor." And on the other hand, I have a doctor, an oncologist, who told me, "You are in complete remission. Your prognosis is excellent, and your chances of getting cancer again are no greater than any other healthy person." So, guess how I felt about my friend's comments? Unhelpful reaction number 8, empty optimism. You know what? Sometimes in the darkest moments, people tend to try to help by telling fairy tales to comfort you. There is a man here in Bosnia who told me, "Oh, you know what the doctors found is nothing, just put cabbage on your chest." And another woman told me, "That's just premenstrual syndrome. No need to say how wrong these comments are." Unhelpful reaction number 9, getting offended if the person does not reply, not respecting their pace or their personal boundaries. Maybe they love you deeply and want to be with you, but at that moment they just don't feel well. So maybe you're just not a priority. And if you're emotionally mature and aware, you will know how to respect their situation and adjust accordingly. That's it. I hope this video helps you behave more consciously, emotionally, and socially intelligently towards people who are undergoing cancer treatment. Bye bye.